In this video, we're really going to have a heart-to-heart talk here about if your life is falling apart and it seems like nothing is flipping working ever since you started manifesting. Congratulations to you, okay? Maybe you want to have a drink with me. I'm drinking an orange juice. So congratulations. And the reason why I say congratulations is all that means, baby, is manifesting is working, okay? So cheers. And you might be thinking, Chad, what does it mean manifesting is working? I thought manifesting was only positive stuff. No, baby. Okay, when you truly get into manifesting, this is what people don't tell you. When you truly get into manifesting, when you truly want to live your dream life, when you truly want to be the most successful version of you, you're going to go through a flippin' shitstorm. You're going to go through a gunk phase where it seems like nothing is literally going the right way. Like your life is flipping falling apart. Okay? It's like your life is a flipping a hurricane. You understand? And in this video, that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to be transparent with you. I might not be able to tell you exactly why you're going through it, why you have to go through it, okay? But I can tell you from experience, in a general sense, why you need to go through it, okay? So I really want you to listen to this. And the reason why I'm making this video, and I'm going to start making a lot of videos on this topic, because I literally just came from YouTube on my computer, and I was researching this topic on computer, or on YouTube, I mean, and I literally just saw the garbage that people talk about when we talk about this subject, when we talk about your life is falling apart, when you talk about nothing is going my way, manifesting, what's going on. People literally just make videos on it when you can super tell that they have no experience in it. Literally. I just watched a flipping video in here, guys, and I want to get off on a tangent. It's literally about this topic, is why you have to go through a gunk phase before you have a breakthrough, technically. And literally, all she talked about was, I had to get over a fear of flying. I'm like, I'm literally like, what in the world are you talking about? Okay. Or you got all the teeny boppers that teach manifesting now. And when they talk about this subject right here, how nothing's going your way, well, your mind just goes in the gutter a little bit. Seriously? Now, if you're watching this because you're really trying to figure things out. You're watching this because ever since you started manifesting, maybe you got fired from your job. And after you got fired from your job, you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I still stay positive. I'll manifest me another job right away. Then 6 months later, you still don't have another job. You understand? And you spent all your savings. You literally broke right now. And you're wondering, how can this be for my benefit? Most of the time, if I sit there and tell you life is happening for your benefit, you don't even want to flip and hear it. You understand? Because you're trying to figure out, how can this be for my benefit, baby? Maybe once you went through maybe once you got into this work, maybe you don't even call it manifesting. Maybe you're just like, I was just trying to be the most successful version of me. And my soulmate broke up with me. I didn't even see it coming. They broke up with me just out of the blue. And it flipped and tore you apart. You understand? This is the stuff I'm talking about. When your life is falling apart, it's real things falling from you. It's not just emotion. It's not just you have a bad day. I'm not talking about a bad day. You understand? I'm talking about real shit that's happening in your life. And how to get through it. And what does that really mean in the grand schemes? Even for me, like right now, like I live in Thailand, by the way. I've lived in Thailand for 5 years. Okay. Just maybe, I want to say maybe like 6 months ago, something like that. I don't know if it's been that long. Okay. I had a huge chunk of income. just get sliced from me. Okay. Like one of the business I was involved with for a long time just got shut down. Okay. Now, I could have fixed the business. Okay. I could have fixed it and replaced that income. But when it got shut down all of a sudden, I thought, well, I really don't want to be associated with that type of business anymore. Even though I made a ton of money doing it, I don't want to be associated with it anymore. So when it got shut down, I just let it be. And Mr. Positive that I am, Mr. Manifester I am, I thought, well, I'll replace it with something else. And 6 months later, nothing else replaced it. You understand? Nothing else replaced that huge chunk of money I lost. You understand? That huge nest egg that I lost. And I started questioning, literally, guys, I started questioning manifesting. I started questioning, how can life be happening for me? I should have just stayed in that business. You know what I mean? Why be Mr. Moral and ethical and be like, well, I don't want to be associated with that business anymore. You understand? All I'm saying is that I know what you're going through. Maybe we're going through different things, but I know exactly what you're going through because I've been through it. Okay? I can tell you how to survive it, how to survive this stage of manifesting. Okay? And we're going to talk about this really fast here. Well, people are not telling you in manifesting because they want to treat it like it's all positive. Most of the time, they don't know. They just repeat and regurgitate viral videos. Is that when I talk about manifesting, I'm talking about you're trying to manifest life-altering things. You're not trying to manifest the orange juice. You're trying to manifest things that change your life, baby. You're trying to manifest things that change your life and change your family's life and change your family's generational life, okay? It's going to change your kids' life and their kids' life, okay? You're setting up generational wealth for yourself, even if you're not really trying to manifest wealth. That's the size of your manifestations you're going after, okay? So when I talk about manifesting, that's the level I'm talking about, baby, okay? And what you have to understand is when you're trying to manifest your dream life, life-altering things, eventually you're going to go through a shitstorm. Eventually you're going to go through the fire, okay? And there's no way around the fire. You understand? It's like you're stuck in the middle of the rainforest. The whole rainforest is on fire. You can't retreat or run back, okay? Because the fire's behind you, the fire's all around you. The only way through is actually you just going straight through it, okay? You can't pole vault over it. You can't jump over it. You can't dive into the water and swim under it. The only way through is through the fire. That's the only way through, baby. You have to go through it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, life is happening for you, and it's so true. Life is happening for you. You really have to truly believe that. But sometimes it's okay to sit there and say, you know what? I know life is happening for me, but I don't see it right now. I know life is happening for my benefit, but I don't see it right now. Just be honest with yourself, okay? That's how that's how I play with words and play with things a little bit. Is I truly know life is happening for me. I truly believe it. But when I'm going through a gunk phase, I'm just like, I know this is true, but I don't know why I'm going through it. Okay. Am I just supposed to give up? Well, I don't believe that. But what I think really quick here, because I don't want this video to be a marathon video, is the real reason you're going through it, the real why, is because when you're trying to manifest life-altering things, when you're trying to be that most successful version of you, what you really have to understand is life God, the universe, whatever you want to believe, okay, is aligning you with that most successful version of you. Okay. And what that means is that some things in your life is going to fall away. Sometimes we're going to lose friends. Sometimes we're not going to feel like we're part of an environment anymore. We're going to shift environments. And I'm sorry, guys, it's kind of getting loud out. People's kind of driving around getting loud. It's getting into evening time here in Thailand. Traffic is picking up. Okay. So I do apologize. You're going to hear some noise here and there. But what you have to understand is everything is working for your benefit. Okay, you have to go through it because the most successful version of you, listen, has went through it. You understand? Like, listen to this. Like, let's assume here for a second. If I already had everything I want, I already had my dream house, my dream car, I already had all the money I wanted in the world, okay? I could buy anything I wanted. You know, I didn't even have to think about it. It literally just comes down to the decision. If I want to buy it, I buy it. Okay. I don't have to think about, like, I can't. I don't have the money. I can buy it. Okay. I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm the $15 million man. I can get anything I want. Okay. What you have to understand when you're that version of yourself, well, it doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. You're going to have bigger problems. Okay. For example, you make more money, you're going to have a bigger tax bill. You understand? So it's so true, we're going to have bigger problems. So on the grand scheme of things, the problems you're going through right now that feels like it's ending your world, and you don't know how you can muster through it. You don't know what you're going to do. Okay. Well, the most successful version of you, if they're looking at your problem right now, they're just shrugging their shoulders, baby. They're just like, that's the only thing he's going through? Dude, that's nothing compared to what I'm going through right now. You understand? It's basically getting you mentally tough to be able to handle your dream life. Do you understand? I mean, I'm not explaining it like really why you're going through what you're really going through, okay? But I am explaining, okay, in a general sense, why you need to go through it. You need to go through it because you're aligning yourself with the most successful version of you. You're aligning yourself with that most successful version of you that needs to withstand it. You have to learn to be mentally tough around this stuff, okay? And the only way you're going to learn to be mentally tough is actually go through things. Do you understand? Even though we don't like to go through things, I don't like to go through negative things. I don't like to go through life-altering things that makes me really want to throw in the towel and quit. You understand? And I'm not talking about just little emotional things. I'm talking about things that literally, there's every cell in your body. You want to just retreat back to safety, your comfort zone, and flip and quit. Okay? It takes every cell of your body not to quit. Okay? Not to throw in a towel. It's aligning you, baby. You got to trust that. You got to trust the process. It's aligning you. Stop trying to figure it out. You understand? Lots of times for me is when I'm going through gunk, going through the fire, going through things I don't understand, going through things that literally scare the shit out of me. Okay. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's a loss of income. Okay. Where like, dude, if I don't replace this income, I'm going to be in a huge, massive hurt. Okay. Not let it shake you. Because listen, would it shake the most successful version of you? Or would the most successful version of you just know in the end of things, in the grand scheme of things, that everything's going to be okay? You're always going to come out the winner. You're always going to come out the other side. You understand? And part 2 to this I want to share with you before we go here is one of the biggest things I've learned when life is happening for you, when you're going through these gunk phases, when you're going through the fire, whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to call it, is lots of times the reason we're going through it, and sometimes the reason why it lasts so long, is because we never surrender to it. We never just trust the process. And this is the big thing with me, is I never surrender to it. Like, I'm always trying to figure out, what in the hell am I doing? What did I do wrong? How can I fix it? How can I work harder? Okay, what did I see? I'm always trying to figure out how can I fix it or speed up my manifestations or what. But what we have to understand, 2 things here. What we have to understand really fast is that you can do nothing. Listen, guys, you can do nothing. You can absolutely do nothing to speed up your manifestations. Do you understand? Okay, I want you to chew on this. After you watch this video, if you lasted this long in this video, I really want you to chew on that. You can do nothing to speed up your manifestations. Okay, nothing at all. Now, what I mean by that, you need to, the second phase of this is you need to surrender to it. You understand? Besides trying to figure it out, besides trying to figure out the how, besides trying to figure out why am I going through this, how can I fix it? Well, maybe the answer is you just giving into it. I'm not talking about quitting. I'm saying you give into it. You surrender to it. You surrender to it like, you know what? I'm done trying to figure it out. I'm not quitting. I'm not throwing the towel, but I'm done trying to figure it out. Okay. Even today, when we talk about this, I was just going through this, and like one of Ang's, I'm up in Surin right now in Thailand. One of Ang's, I believe it's her cousin. She lives a couple houses down. She lives in France. She came a couple days ago to visit, and she brought her boyfriend with her. Okay, from France, and they were kind of having today they were having, I don't know in Thai like what it's called. It's kind of some type of ceremony they have in Thailand. It's almost, it's like a family get together ceremony. So they invited us to come over. And that was a decision I had to make because I'm going through one of these gunk phases right now. Me trying to figure out the how, me trying to work harder to figure it out. And in the midst of me trying to work harder to figure it out, we get invited to this family gathering thing, okay? You know what? You know what I did? I said, okay, let's go. I just surrendered to it. I just surrendered to just having fun, enjoying life. And guess what, guys? When we went, I'm thinking we're going to be there for an hour or two. And we were there all flipping day. Literally from I think 9 a.m. I forget when we went over it. It was like early, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. And we came back like at 3 or 4. Then I took a nap and I woke up and did this video. Do you understand? You surrender to it. Okay, your logical brain is going to be like, Chad, you should be working. You should be trying to figure this stuff out. You should be working 12 hours a day. You don't have time to relax and have fun and stuff like that. But you know what? The whole time I was over there, I didn't even think that way. My mind was just quiet. My mind was just grateful. I think I hit that point of surrender. I could feel it. It was a real emotion in me, but I just surrendered to it. I just stopped trying to figure it out. Because I'm very analytical. You know what I mean? If you're like me, you're very analytical, you're trying to figure things out, well, I can help you out with that. Okay, but that's exactly my personality. But when we were over there, it was just a raw feeling I had, a really true emotion. I was really just sitting there enjoying my time, wasn't thinking about anything. You know what I mean? Just truly in the moment, just truly surrender to it and not care. And just let it be. Because and it is so true, guys. Like, listen, we can do nothing to speed up our manifestations. We can do nothing to fix it and try to figure it out. The only thing we can do It's just surrender to it and let it be. That's the only thing we can do, baby. Okay. And it's probably the same thing you're getting stuck with a little bit. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out the how, or you're trying to work harder. Okay. Maybe it's finances. You're in financial trouble. So your logical side of you is like, I need to work harder, work harder, work harder. Okay. But what if working harder isn't the answer, because working harder just causes friction, and friction causes force because you're trying to force things. Okay. What if you just surrender to it and you say, you know what? I'm just going to let it be. I don't need to figure it out. And wouldn't it be amazing if you really did this? It could happen in a couple hours. It could happen in the next day or two. The answer just came to you. Or your situation just changed like that, turned around. All just because you just let go, you let it be, you surrender to it. Lots of times, that's what I mean. Life is happening for you, for your benefit. But you got to be aware enough to figure out what you're doing. Because remember this, okay? When we talk about you aligning yourself with the most successful version of you, remember, your old self, your old identity, your current identity you are right now, cannot take you to your dream life. Okay? Cannot take you to your dream house, your dream car, cannot take you to millions of dollars. Okay? It can't. You got to burn this old version of you. Okay? What that means is the old version of you got to burn all the habits, burn all the decisions, old decisions you make, burn your thinking patterns, burn everything about this old identity. Okay? So this is the challenge. When you're trying to figure it out, most of the time, you're trying to figure it out from this old identity. Isn't it true? You're still making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again, but you don't see it. Okay? Because lots of times when we're going through this emotional gunk, they teach this in sales. When you're going through emotional gunk, okay, when emotion goes up, your intelligence goes down. It's like we get stupider. It's so true. When you get emotional, it's like you're not thinking straight. Do you understand? So when you're not thinking straight, you tend to think on default, in default mode. You tend to make decisions by default mode, and your default mode is your old identity, not the most successful version of you. That's why you have to become aware of what you're doing, and that's why it's so powerful when you just surrender to things. You just let it be, because when you start letting it be for a day or two, you just forget about it. What ends up happening is either things turn around, things shift, or you see kind of what you're doing. But guys, I'm going to go. It's beautiful out today. And just want to give you that nugget. And Aang's dad was cleaning over there, so I had to get up and walk around a little bit. And but I'm going to start making a lot more content around this concept, just because it's really hard to explain everything like in one video, because it really just depends upon kind of how my mind is thinking at the moment. You know, sometimes I have a one-track mind. I don't like to talk about 20 things in one video. So if you didn't get your question answered in this video, comment below. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. Other than that, you can always jump into the tribe, be part of the best tribe on planet YouTube. The links are in the description. If you want to work with me or reach out to me privately, the links are also in the description, guys. But other than that, remember, I love you guys. And I will see you in the next video, baby. Okay? Peace out. Love ya.